be asked to provide a eulogy for my mother, Ruth Elizabeth Weekly. An extraordinary life. She was truly a woman of true grit. Mom passed away peacefully at her home in Arroyo Grande on June 5th at the age of 101. What an extraordinary life. Her passing is preceded by her parents, her sisters Helen and Jean, brother Gordon, as well as her son Paul of Corona and her infant son George. She is survived by her 4 children, David, Randy, Julie, and some person named Steve, as well as 9 grandchildren, 21 great-grandchildren, many of who are here today, and many relatives and friends, and some who are here today and some who are streaming online, of course with the COVID, right? So thank you for attending today to honor our mother. Mom was born at home in Compton during the Spanish flu pandemic and lived in California all her life. So she started with a pandemic, and here we are again, right, years later. She was the second child of George Emsley of Scotland, that's why we have this on, right? And Marie McDonald of Nova Scotia, whose parents were also Scots. She grew up with a large, loving family at the home her grandfather, Murdoch McDonald, who was also Scottish, had built for her on her home on Long Beach Boulevard in Compton. Mom graduated from Compton High School, Compton Junior College, and attended Whittier College until she met my dad. She met my dad, Harry, in 1940 while on a summer job in Yosemite, where he worked in the Sierra National Forest as a forest ranger. When Dad was drafted and sent overseas, she moved back to her parents' home in Compton. She drove a postal route during World War II in the Palos Verdes area and was honored by her local congressman just 2 years ago on the floor of the House of Representatives on her 100th birthday as the oldest living female postal driver from World War II. She clearly represented the best of the greatest generation of Americans. After the war, they returned to the high Sierras at Shaver Lake, where Dad worked for the United States Forest Service. In 1954, they moved to the Ranger Station, which is still located in Temescal Canyon near Glen Ivy. They lived for many years in Home Gardens and then moved to Corona for a combined 42 years between Home Gardens and Corona. Mom was president of the Home Gardens Elementary School PTA and attended the Corona Congregational Church. She was very active in the community and always had an open door for everyone. After my dad's passing, she and Julie moved to Arroyo Grande and Jessica to be close to Pat and Randy and Christy and Darcy, and of course, all the grandchildren that came along afterwards there. And also to enjoy, they said, to enjoy the beautiful view and the fresh air from their home on the bluffs of Pismo Beach. Mom had many interests, and first and foremost, it was helping her family. She was the matriarch of the family, and everyone came to her for love, support, and guidance. She always had an open door and an open heart. She was an extraordinary person with beautiful red hair, just like my daughter. An outgoing, optimistic personality. She always looked at the bright side, and a wonderful sense of humor, making her a person you would always remember. She loved to read, garden, travel, and was always working on something, including scrapbooks, which she was working on until just a few weeks before her passing. So her mind was still there. Keep an eye on us. Mom will be closely missed by her friends and all of us family members who loved her very dearly. She was our best friend, regardless of what we had done. Yeah, what did they do, right? Or what did all of them do? On a personal note, our mother and father gave us each the gift of unconditional love and total acceptance of who we were. They didn't judge us, they supported us, regardless of the path that we had chosen. What more could anyone ask? We visited with Mom the weekend before her passing, and she was in great spirits in spite of being in a nursing bed. She thanked us for all of us for coming to see us and told each one of us how much she loved us. She then added that she was still the boss. So till the end, okay? On the afternoon of my mom's passing, I was working at the credit union and suddenly knew that I had to walk to the back of the property where there are a group of trees. The wind was blowing and the sky was stormy, and then suddenly I could see and feel the total presence of my mom telling me that everything was going to be okay. It was a very powerful feeling of unconditional love. And then Julie told me that Jessica was with my mom, and just before she passed, she opened her eyes, and she looked up, and they were glowing like diamonds. And she was looking up like she was looking to the light. So in closing, regardless of your personal spiritual journey or religious beliefs, I truly believe that my mom is watching over us and telling us that everything is going to be okay.